What is up, good people? This is Tamara with Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl in All of Us. This is the talk after our walk, and we just finished up an amazing walk. It was exhilarating. I felt wonderful after the fact, and I'm hoping and praying that you guys went along with us. If you were, or if you are tuning in from our previous Mile in My Shoes walk, please make sure you let us know where you're tuning in from, and let us know if you walked with us this morning. We're celebrating day 33 of our walk journey, and we're also celebrating day number, so it should be day number 5 of our apple a day challenge. But what had happened was, I forgot to eat my apple yesterday. I was so excited about the fact that I was going to a cookout that I was, in the throes of trying to get myself together, and I knew I had to stop by and get the ice. It was a big day. It was a big day yesterday. For those of you that are in the United States, yesterday was a holiday, and some people had barbecues. A lot of people have family reunions and things around this time of the year too. As a matter of fact, when my grandmother was still with us and my aunties and my uncle were with us, we would often have one portion of our family reunion during this time of the year. So it's kind of a bittersweet moment. But I did thoroughly enjoy the cookout yesterday. So huge shout out to my cousin Kevin and Yvette for inviting me over to their house to partake of the food and the festivities, even though it was, pretty laid back as festivities go. But one amazing thing came out of it. I learned how to do the Tamiya shuffle. And I know I am like 3 years late to the game, but I did cross that off of my shuffle game. My shuffle game is getting stronger, y'all. I just figured out how to do, boots on the ground, but I never did it in a public forum. So I was able to do that yesterday too. So boots on the ground and my, Tamiya shuffle, I was able to get under my belt. But anyway, let's welcome some of the folks into the live. Right now, we have Marilyn joining us. Thank you, Marilyn, for coming into the live. Although, like I said before, I don't think you really have much of a choice as you are my producer. But I do appreciate your time, too. So as we wait on people to come into the live, hopefully we'll have more people coming in today. Today is a weekend. And as I've looked over the analytics and things, it looks like more people join us on the weekend, obviously, because we have more time to stick around and enjoy some of the things that we don't normally get a chance to indulge in during the work week. With that, welcome, Mary. Welcome. I see, Mary, I see that you are level 17. That must mean that you are also a gifter. Marilyn has a run for her money. She's the number one gifter on our live, but let's see. Let's see if you guys can start a challenge. We welcome any stickers and all that kind of stuff, but more importantly, we just welcome you all, and we're happy to have you joining us today. So as you can see, we just came in from the first live that we had, which was Mile in My Shoes. It's the time of the day where we go out every morning, 9 a.m.-ish. Today, kind of got out in the ish. Had some cleaning up to do as my elderly dog was not feeling very well. So he got sick and I had to help him out. But finally got out on the walking trail and just feeling amazing following that trail. But we try to go out every morning, 9 a.m. If you want to accompany us, if you need an accountability partner, if you need a partner just to go out and walk with, talk with, by all means, join us on that walk. We do the same thing. We do at least the first mile of every day together. So we would love to have you join us. And if any of you all are joining us from that walk, if you could just let us know where you're joining us from and if you're actually coming into this live from that first one. Welcome, Tydrick Henderson. Tydrick Henderson. Did I say your name correctly? Give me a thumbs up if I didn't botch that too much. But anyway, the walk went really well. My energy is high. I went out this morning. I wasn't feeling particularly tired or anything. I don't think I got as much sleep last night as I had hoped to, but nevertheless, I still, went out. We were energetic, had great conversation, ran into a couple of neighbors who also go out walking and stuff this time of the morning. But we were just out talking about how hot it's getting now because summer is in full swing. And so we're just thinking maybe maybe I need to do a poll or something with everybody that's been walking with us. But maybe we need to go out just a little bit earlier so that way we can add to our walk. We can add to the miles. Because 10,000 steps a day, which is my 10,000 steps, which is my daily walk goal, or step goal, equates to about 5 miles. And even though I haven't been consistently hitting the 10,000 steps, I know I can do more because the route that we're walking right now gives us about 1.5 miles. And at the end of the 1.5 miles, I'm still, energetic and still have more to give. So I'm fairly certain that we can increase that step goal. And at the very least, we can meet the 10,000 steps all in one walk. I mean, I've done it before, so can't imagine that it would be too much more trouble to extend that. But anyway, my body feels great. I'm not in any pain today, so that's amazing. So, and I've never been 51 before today. I mean, since I turned 51, so I have nothing else to compare it to. But as 51 goes, it's a great day. I'm not in any pain. And, like I said, we had really great interaction and stuff. But let me just welcome a couple of people in. I said hello to Tydrick. And again, if I'm saying your name incorrectly, please correct me. I will not take offense to that. And Angelita Hernandez, welcome to any of our Spanish speakers that are joining us. Bienvenidos. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? I'm going to practice my Spanish, and I would invite you guys to help me become a polyglot. That is a personal goal of mine. I would love to become fluent in several different languages, but I just have this particular affinity for Spanish. I don't know. I know that the Spanish folks colonized the Philippines, and I am a product of a Filipino mother and a Black father. And so I don't know. Maybe we have Spanish in our blood. Maybe that's why I have such an affinity for it. But anyway, I love the language, trying to learn. So for those of you that are my Spanish speakers, if you want to drop me a comment in the comment section, please feel free to do that. And welcome. Myra Salinas 785. All right. So once again, you guys are joining us for Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl and All of Us. This is the second live for the morning. We just finished up the first live, which was our mile. And as it stands right now, of the 10,000 step goal that I have created for myself, I'm at 7,377 steps for the morning, which is 3.02 miles. So I'm really excited. Really excited about that. Welcome, Lisa Bizabu. Lisa Bizabu. I think I am saying that right. I don't know. Welcome, Hawk 0010. All right. So this morning's walk had me in deep thought. As you can see, the theme for today's walk was I'm a tortoise with hare tendencies. So some days feel slow, like nothing is shifting, nothing is working, no matter how much I go out and walk. We are at day 33, and some days I wake up and I just feel like nothing's working. And then I make the mistake, like so many of us probably do. I look at, where I used to be versus where I am. I look at, the progress other people are making, and not hating on anybody for the progress that you're making. I think that's amazing. I think it's wonderful. But then I start thinking about, man, well, what am I doing? What am I doing, and why isn't this working for me? So some days it's like that. But today reminded me that every single step we make, even the small ones, start adding up. So it is vitally important for us to remain consistent. So this day 33 mark that we have been walking consistently from June 3rd, we came back with the brand on June 1st, but we didn't actually start walking until June 3rd. So since June 3rd, we have walked 33 days. I am over the moon about it. I am extremely elated to have that new day checked off of our list there. But sometimes, like I said, I get into my head and stuff, and I start thinking these thoughts. So the topic for today, like I said, is, am I a tortoise or am I a hare in disguise? So we on the trail today, as we were out walking. Thank you so much for the confetti, Marilyn. I appreciate it. Welcome, Paul. Welcome, D Hammer. welcome. So most days I try to be the tortoise. I try to be steady, consistent, grounded. But then some days I get distracted by pace. By comparison, like I just mentioned before. And then I think overall by the results that I feel like I should see. Like I feel like I should be further along than I am, but I'm not. And, the good things. So do you guys know the story of the tortoise and the hare? If you do, just give me a thumbs up in the chat, in the comment section. But the reason I thought about the tortoise and the hare, really quickly, I'll just tell you what the story is. So there was a race against a tortoise and a hare. And of course the tortoise is slow, but slow and steady. And the hare was very, ego driven and very arrogant about, his athletic prowess, and he could run really fast and stuff. So he took off, and of course, as the story goes, he took a substantial lead, and he was so cocky that he was like, you know what? I'm not even going to finish the race. I'm going to sit over here under this tree, take a little nap. And by the time I get up, the tortoise still will not be anywhere around, and I can just get up and finish the race and win. Well, what the hare did not count on was he overslept. And because the tortoise's nature was to just continue moving forward. No matter how slow he moved, he always made it a point to just continue moving forward. And as the story would have us to understand, the tortoise passed the hare, who was deep in sleep, and finished the race. So now the hare wakes up, and still under the impression, that he's in the lead, and takes off and finishes the race, and is surprised to see that the tortoise is there at the finish line, holding the award that's waiting for them. So I started thinking about that. I try to exemplify characteristics of the tortoise. The tortoise represents patience, the process and the purpose, while the hare symbolizes ambition. But being ambitious, there's nothing wrong with being ambitious, but you also have to worry about the burnout. And I started thinking about it in terms of the way society is today. This world is so fast paced. With the introduction of technology, we just push a button, especially with AI. You tell AI what it is you want to do, help me organize my thoughts. And then you type a bunch of stuff in there, hit a button, and boom, it organizes your thoughts for you. Create a workbook and I want these, components to appear in the workbook, and you push a button and boom, it's there. A microwave, you find you want to heat up some food where it would have taken you maybe 30 minutes in the conventional oven. You throw it in the microwave 1 second later, and your food is hot and is ready to eat. But we have conditioned ourselves to become part of this microwave generation where everything is about instant gratification. Instantly, if I want it, I just do something and instantly it shows up. And I dare say, I try not to do this whole thing where I compare the generations and stuff, but I'm going to say this much. If your generation, for those of you that are younger than I am, that are a part of maybe the millennial, I don't know if the millennials had to take part in this or not, but definitely Gen Z and Gen A, if you all had to deal with dial-up, when we were first, when internet was first coming onto the scene, you wouldn't make it. You would not make it, because that is anything but instant gratification. Nothing about that was fast. But when it was being introduced, that was the top of technology, and we had this brand new thing called the internet, and man, the possibilities were endless. And look at us now, so we've come a long way. So being a hare and being ambitious and getting things done and just, doing things is great, but you have to be wary of the burnout. So the real challenge is knowing when to slow down and when you're pushing from a place of ego rather than, alignment, and sticking with those things that, even though it may take us a little bit longer to get there, it's going to be long lasting. So if you've ever noticed, if you have, because I'll use myself as an example. If I've ever taken part in some sort of a diet challenge or something like that, I'll see weight drop, really quickly, but it's not sustainable because I know I'm not going to eat celery as my main meal every single day. I'm just not going to do it. And then when you go back to doing what you were doing, before, then you end up gaining the weight that you lost and then some. All right. I'm being told that we have quite a few people that have jumped back into the live. So let me make sure that I shout you out. I'm going to shout you out. All right. Let's see. We have, okay, Rick Lovinggood. Welcome, Rick Lovinggood. Welcome. Your handle is Welcome City Boy 79. Welcome to I Watch Clips. Or no, I'm sorry. Your handle is not Welcome City Boy. Your handle is City Boy 79. My producer was telling me to welcome you, and I read that as your handle. I'm charge it to my age. I don't know what's happening. But welcome, I Watch Clips. Welcome to Salamasan 72, Teresa Brooke Scott. We have Richard Zorob. We have Prudence, Zainel Moko. I'm going to say hi to you because I can. We have Bruce Mast and Cindy Ball. And I'm not, okay, and Love Serenity 23. To my producer, I'm not saying, I see Summer has joined us and Riz 622. I don't know if I've missed anybody else. I hope I haven't. For some reason, what's showing up on the actual live feed versus what's showing up on the back end is different. So if I miss you all, I didn't do it on purpose. So if you want me to shout you out, please make sure that you say something in the comments to me so that your name comes back up, okay? But DB3, Drop Shop, Bart, and Bourgeois 1188. And I'm going to say hi to you. All right, so anyway, back to the topic at hand. So we were just talking about it, and I really started thinking about it. Am I a tortoise with hare tendencies? And as I started thinking more and more about it, I think I am. I think that I try very hard to just bear in mind that, the weight that I gained didn't come overnight. Sorry, some went by, but we're not added to the welcome. Okay. All right. Well, I'll try to do a better job of making sure that I'm looking at the actual live and the and on the back end too. But anyway, I digress. So I was talking about me being a tortoise with hare tendencies. So while I try to bear in mind that the weight that I gained didn't come overnight and it's not going to go away overnight, and if I remain consistent in whatever it is I'm doing, eventually you're going to start seeing some, you know, you're going to start seeing some of the fruits of the labor that you have that you've put into this thing. While I try to bear that in mind, I'm also very aware that I'm very impatient when it comes to certain things because I just want to go back to being whatever this version of myself is that I see, that whatever I see myself as, because I see myself being really fit and, you know, these types of things. And then, like I said, I make the mistake of putting too much emphasis on what I used to be. Good morning, Night Wolf. I put too much emphasis on where I used to be versus where I am right now. And so that takes me to that point where I start getting really impatient. I'm not seeing the results as fast as I think I need to see them. I jump on the scale and the scale's still reading like I haven't even done anything, like I haven't been walking or anything. But as my neighbor Cynthia reminded me today about those non-scale victories, that we have to put, I think we need to put more emphasis on those, how you're feeling, you know, overall, how your clothes fit, how you are, you know, has your blood pressure dropped? I mean, are we taking, you know, are we looking at those baselines too? Is there progress being made that may not be reflected on the scale, but you can see that in your real life? Is your face looking smaller? I feel like my face is looking smaller. I don't know. For those of you that have been following me from the first day that we started walking and stuff, maybe you see it. Some days I feel like, because you can see it really well in my face, whenever I gain weight or if I lose weight, that's like one of the first places that you'll see it. So I don't know. Some days I feel like I'm making progress and other days I don't. Hence the reason I feel like I'm a tortoise with hare tendencies. So what are your thoughts about that? You guys use this comment section. Please light up the comment section and let me know what your thoughts are about that. Do you all struggle with those types of things? Is that just me? For some of you that are not logged into TikTok, or you may not be, you may not be on TikTok. I think you may have some difficulties trying to comment. At least that's what I've been told over the last couple of days for people who are following us, but they don't have a TikTok account, so they can't respond. So, but if you can respond, please let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are about that. Are you a tortoise with hare tendencies? Are you just a tortoise? Are you a hare? I mean, what has been your experience? Let me know. This live, as with all of our lives, are intended to be an interactive exchange of ideas and opinions and best practices. So please don't let me sit here and monopolize this entire conversation, because it is intended to be a conversation. But good vibes, 444, welcome to user 1275639. Did I miss anybody else? Bart, welcome. I think I spoke to you, Bart, but welcome anywho. All right, so we have to, I guess, do a much better job of reframing our narrative of how this journey is supposed to play out. Morning, Debbie. We have, again, we have to dispense with this pressure to go fast. We always want to go fast, but that's not sustainable. We have to get past this microwave mentality that, hey, losing weight, getting shape, doing all this other stuff is just supposed to be as easy as pushing a button. And then, we see the good results at the end of the day. But if it doesn't happen, then what? You know what I'm saying? So if we keep treating our health and wellness as we do with everything else that's happening, this instant gratification, this need for instant gratification. I need to see the results right away or else it's not working. Then we won't stick with it. So we have to move past that microwave mentality because it tricks us into rushing our wellness. Oh, look, that's so cool. Thank you, Marilyn, for the heart me. Welcome, Joshua Rachis? Don't know. Username 1275639. Didn't I already say hello to them? I think, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, so that's all of that. So while I am moving on to the next segment, which is probably why most of you guys are here, we have been putting together we've been curating a playlist for daily affirmations for the big girl in all of us, so that we can have something that we walk to. As you probably know by now, if you have been following along with these lives, I love music. I love music. I love to sing. I find myself humming all the time and whistling and beating on stuff to create a rhythm. I love to sing. I can't sing. I'm not a Fantasia, but I can hold a tune, and you would want me in your choir to back up the I got range. I can sing alto to tenor. And then there's something in between. What is it called? Contralto? Is that a contralto? It might be. Or is contralto on the opposite side where they sing like alto to soprano? I don't know. If you know that, please put that in the comment section too. But the point I'm making is I love music, and we have been sharing music from my liked playlist. And so we're going to continue doing that right now. We're going to get our playlist curation set up so that we can pull together some good music that makes you feel good and that strengthens you and makes you want to get out and walk. Joe Frazano, Sunshine Deb, LJ Rob 2510, Cameron Gibson. I'm so excited to see all of you guys here. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend with us this morning and to talk about all of these lovely issues that come up for us along the walk. That is why we established this particular live. This is our second live for the day, and we are in here talking about some of the things that came up for us on our actual walk. If you are here from this morning's live, from a walk, a mile in my shoes, please let me know where you are commenting from, and let us know if you are actually in that live. We had quite a few people in there today too, so thank you guys again for all of your support and for tuning in. A couple more shouts out, and then we are going to go ahead and jump into the songs for today so that we leave ourselves enough time to really listen. Cameron Gibson, JDP 1484, Josie, Kaiser Brent, 5 to 9, Bull Southern Gentleman. Do I have somebody else on the other side? Make sure. I see people's names popping up, but then whatever happens from the back end to the live, I don't know. But anyway, let me pull up some of this stuff. So we're building a playlist that feels like healing, that feels energetic, and that is full of grace, that will give us the tempo that we need accordingly, that we can listen to accordingly as we're actually out walking and stuff. What's one song that reminds you to keep going at your own pace? What is one song that reminds you to keep going at your own pace? If you can think of that song and you want me to look it up on YouTube as we're playing some of these other songs that are from my liked playlist from Spotify, please make sure that you put that into the comment section, and I will do my best to find that for us. And then we'll all decide whether we like this song enough to be added to the playlist, or whether we would rather it go the way of the dodo bird and just not be. Okay. Let me not say that because I don't want to get in trouble. People who are sensitive to dodo birds and stuff too. Anyway, listen, the way it works. If you like the song, thumbs up or a smiley face or a heart or something that indicates that you like it. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Not going to hurt my feelings. As I explained before, these are songs that I was listening to just throughout my day and over the course of time. If I liked it, I just gave it a heart, and Spotify threw it into a playlist of liked songs. So some of these, I don't even remember what they sound like, but just we'll vote on it. So let me bring that in. All right. So here is my liked songs playlist. And the first song on our list is Open Door Season by Dietrich Haddon. I know for a fact that he is a gospel artist. This is a huge mix, guys. I didn't set this up in any particular order. They're just coming up as I guess I was listening to whatever genre of music. My musical taste is all over the place. So if you like it, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. All right. Welcome, Scubes and Craig Workman 4. And I believe I'm caught up on that list. All right, here we go. This is Open Door Season, Dietrich Haddon. All right, so I see one star with a smiley face in there, so that's coming from Marilyn. Thank you, Marilyn, for participating in this. Yamil Madeira, Mamie, welcome to the live feed. I appreciate you guys for joining us. B2462LEDE. Thank you all for joining. So that was Open Door Season with Dietrich Haddon. Got a request for Just Fine. All right. I think it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. These songs do not belong to me. I do not own these songs. I am not making any claims for these songs. Just want to share the music with you all. Some artists you may know, some artists you may not know. So this is a great way for you to get to know some independent artists that are out here on the scene making great music. Who are very talented, but just may not be mainstream. But this is just an exercise in us curating a playlist. Okay, so I do not own this. I do not own this music, but the next song, Mary J. Blige, Just Fine. Hopefully we will not have to listen to any commercials.
Behold, a Boost Mobile Unlimited plan out of price.
I just said, hopefully we don't have to listen to commercials, and then this thing just played me. I'm convinced that this system is listening to me. All right, so hold on a sec. All right, so this is Mary J. Blige, Just Fine.
And every time I hear something hot, it makes me want to move. It makes me want to have fun. But it's something about this joint right here. This joint right here, it makes me want to, let it go. Can't let this thing hold up, get away from you. Feel free right now, go do what you want to do. Can't let nobody take it away from you, from me, from me. No time for moping around, are you kidding? And no time for negative vibes, 'cause I'm winning. It's been a long week, I put in my hardest. Gonna live my life
Okay, so I happen to like that song very much. So what do you guys think about that? Do you want Just Fine added to the playlist? If you want it added to the playlist, please be sure to indicate that with a smiley face, a thumbs up, a heart, something. Just let me know. Looking for you guys to take part in this process of curating a playlist. So that is what we're doing right now. So if you like it, please be sure to let me know that you like it. If you have any songs that you want us to consider for addition into the playlist, be sure to let us know. But again, what's that one song that reminds you to keep going at your own pace? What's that one song? That song was suggested, and that was Just Fine by Mary J. Blige. Once again, I do not own this music. I'm not a DJ. We're just curating a playlist. Hello, Eli Tackett. Hello, Billy D. 1988. Not Billy D. Dirt Devil, Vanessa, Shades of Soul, Produ. Maybe it's Productions? Ahmad Bagram. All right. All right, so we're going to continue on with our playlist. I feel like... Oh, you know what? I didn't go down as far as I was supposed to. Sorry, guys. I ended up going back into part of the playlist that we did earlier this week because we did Taste of You by Alan Stone. If you haven't heard that song, it's pretty good. All right, so we're going to go to Bang by AJR. Bang. I like the song. You guys, it's kind of quirky. You may or may not like it. If you do, give us a thumbs up. If you want to add it to the playlist. If not, no hard feelings. This is going to remain in my liked playlist regardless. So here we go. This is Bang by AJR.
I get up, I get down, and I'm jumping around, and the rumpus and rug gets so comfortable now. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow. So I got an apartment across from the park, cooking white in my fridge, still I'm not feeling right. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to go.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang, let's go out with the bang. I'm way too young to lie here forever, I'm way too old to try, so whatever come hang, let's go out with the bang. Feel like
All right, so that was Bang by AJR. Those are the initials of each of the singers. I believe they're brothers. I like that song, and the reason I like that song, I don't know if maybe you guys can guess, but if you are in my age range, you might recall that around the holidays, they would have these claymation, these little claymation shows that would come on, and there was one where the villain was, oh gosh, what was was his name Mr. Freeze, and they had a brother Mr. something, and it was a little ditty they had in there. I'm too much. Da-dum, dum, dum. Anyway, that reminds me of that, and I think that's why I was so drawn to that. But it's really quirky. It has a nice little, beat to it. It's a little slow maybe for walking, but it's one of those songs that kind of makes me feel good. So Marilyn gave us a smiley face, so she likes it. So what do you all say? Do you all say add it to the playlist? Don't add it to the playlist? Should we table it for a future discussion? Let me know something. If not, I'm inclined to add it. I mean, we might be able to use it for nothing else, maybe a cool down, but it just makes me feel good. All right. Welcome, Lauren, Aloha 499 and TJ $. Welcome. All right. So if you're just joining the broadcast, this is Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl and all of us. You are watching the talk after our walk. We finished our first live this morning with 7,417 steps and 3.04 miles. The premise of our live in the mornings is that we go live every morning at 9 a.m. If you're looking for an accountability partner, somebody to walk with, make sure you tune in to TikTok live 9 a.m. every single morning. We are on day number 33. And as a part of that, this is the second live where we talk about the things that we discussed on that walk. And we're also in the process of curating a playlist that we can walk by. That is what we're doing right now. We are listening to just a few minutes of each of these songs to determine what we are going to put into our playlist. And so we just finished listening to Bang by AJR. We're going to listen to several more songs. No particular order, no particular genre. It's just whatever I happen to like when I liked it. Welcome, Max, to the broadcast. All right. So if you like the songs, give me a thumbs up, smiley face, heart, something to indicate that you want the song added. Okay. If not, I'm just going to assume you like it as much as I do. And it's going to go in the playlist. So, I mean, don't blame me. So here we go. The next song is called Mixer by Amber Mark. I have no idea what the song is or why it was in the playlist. I may be able to tell you afterwards. So if you like the broadcast so far, just keep tapping that screen. Give us some hearts. And if you're into the sticker thing, you might want to send a message to Marilyn, who is at level 15 as far as the gift givers go. But here we go. Mixer by Amber Mark.
Gonna get in line on Friday. Gonna figure it out one Friday. Dear Lord, maybe I should stay away. Little lost, little blind with temptation. Tell me something new, I'll make you feel the way that I do. I've been uptight, you got me right. I'm back into my groove. Keep me bumping, give me something that I could get used to. I'm a fire, gotta keep me lit all night, baby. Can you say my heart will bleed?
Okay, so that was Mixer by Amber Mark, and now I remember why I like this song. When I was younger, there used to be this artist. His name was Jamiroquai. I might be dating myself, but if you guys remember Jamiroquai, he came out onto the scene. It just seemed like out of nowhere, and he had this one song called Virtual Insanity, and that's why I think I like this song, because it's reminiscent of that same, it has that same type of vibe. It's very laid back. I feel like Jamiroquai was ahead of his time, because even if you go back now and you look up Virtual Insanity, you could still listen to that today. And I can remember that. I can remember portions of that video because it was like he was on some kind of a conveyor belt or not a conveyor belt. What do you call it? Oh my goodness. They have them in the airports and stuff now, like the moving floor. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway. Hey, DJ Coco Rowe. Thank you for joining the live. Now, DJ Coco Rowe, I caught your last live and you were spinning some really nice tunes. Maybe you can shed a little bit of, light on that if you're familiar with Jamiroquai and Virtual Insanity. But anyway, that song was Mixer by Amber Mark, and I think that's the reason that I put that into my personal playlist. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, give us a heart, give us a smiley face. Marilyn seems to like that song too. So I'm willing to put that into the playlist if that's something that you all like. I liked it. The walking escalators, not sure what they're called. I don't know. They're like the little conveyor belts like you see in the grocery store. They're not escalators. They're conveyor belts. What are they called? What is it called? The moving floors in they have them in the airport now. So instead of you having to walk past, you can just get on it and ride. Anyway, that's not what this conversation is about. But anyway, Jamiroquai was on one of those. So he was ahead of his time then. Maybe it was a treadmill. I don't know. Anyway, the next song is More by Lawrence. This is another sibling duo. This pair of young people, they are so talented, but I love their sound. Hopefully you'll like them as much as I do, but this is More by Lawrence. Ooh, that's loud.
When you grow up, you get way down. You stare at the ceiling from the ground. I've never dealt with this before, and I've never felt so insecure. Could somebody tell me what's in store? I'm sure. Saying that it will go away, and I should just wait another day. 'Cause I used to be so self-assured. Now I don't know what I'm searching for, but I know that when it rains it pours. I'm sure.
Okay, so that was More by Lawrence. You can see in the image there, it's a brother and sister duo. He seems to be more the musician, but he's also a really good vocalist as well. They got a lot of soul. They got a lot of soul. I'm just going to leave it at that. They got a lot of soul. I really like this song. The song continues to build. The thing that I like about them too is the musicianship that they exhibit and what they do, and they have a lot of really interesting. They have a lot of really interesting like chord progressions, and they have live instrumentation and stuff in their songs. Of course, you heard the horn sections and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm geeking out. I'm like a band nerd. But anyway, I like them. I like that sound. And it seems like Titus too, Living Like the song, and Marilyn was kind of on the fence about it. It's okay. All right. Well, it's not for everybody. What else? Andrew, welcome for joining the live. All right. The next song is Kick It To Me by Sammy Ray. I love this song. Hopefully you'll like it too.
To have a lot of bad days. My stomach got to hurting in the worst way. Singing the blues all on my own in the dark room. Nobody there, all on my own in the dark room. But nowadays we got a lot of good news. You finally kicked the cigarettes. I ain't been singing the blues nearly as much since I've been living with you. Love me too much, and I say, you kick it to me, I can make it better, boy. You kick it to me, I can make you better. Oh, you kick it to me, I can make you better. You kick it to me, I can make you better. Kick it to me, I can make it better. You kick it to me, I can make you better.
All right, I just wanted to get to that point where they ended up doing the like the syncopated lyrics. It's just neat to me. I like that one, I think, too, because that one started out with the alto saxophone, and that was my instrument that I used to play. I was first chair, mind you. All the years that I played, I was rather good. I made all county band and all state, and I was first chair. Just saying. But anyway, I did like that song. Hopefully you like that too. Okay, hopping off to finish my nap. Oh no. Well, thank you very much, Titus 2, for joining. I appreciate it. Daniel, okay, you're going to have to help me with your name. Angiano Jr. I hope I said it correctly. Welcome to the feed. All right, we have time for just a couple more songs. Once again, if you're just joining us, this is Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl and All of Us. This is a talk after our walk. This is our second live for the day. We essentially use this time to talk about some of the themes that came up as a result of our walk. Today's theme was, I'm a tortoise with hare tendencies. You know, I try to be patient in seeing the progress that I'm making on my journey back to health and wellness. But sometimes I succumb to the microwave mentality where I want to just push a button and want everything to be what it is. But that's not always the case. So it's okay. All right. The next song we are looking at is from Jason Mraz. It's Look for the Good. Look for the Good by Jason Mraz.
Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. People done gone crazy. People done gone mad. People done forgot the superpowers we all have. We were born to love, not hate. We can decide our fate and look for the good in everyone and celebrate all our mistakes if there's a sin.
All right, so that was Look for the Good by Jason Mraz. I just want to play just enough of the song for you guys to get a feel for where they're going in the music. It's one of those feel-good songs. It has a nice, mellow tempo. I think it's a really good song to be able to walk to. And not to mention, the words of the song are pretty uplifting and encouraging as well. So if you like that, give me a thumbs up, a smiley face, or a heart. And we will add that to the playlist. All right, just a couple more here. I don't know if we still have any folks in here that are Spanish or just like Spanish music or Latin music. But we have a couple coming up here in a minute, I believe, that are in that genre of music. I have no idea what High Road by Sir Woman sounds like, but let's just play it and see what that is.
Okay.
I could write it off, babe. You could make it all okay. I could say you're wrong, you could walk away. Was it something she said? Maybe something he did. I could play along, look the other way. If there's something, baby, you should let them all know. It's not giving in when you're letting go. If you're thinking about taking the high road, I can tell you that you're doing it wrong. There's a better way of letting it all go. 'Cause you were running from the feeling too long. Way too long. Did you?
All right, so that was High Road by Sir Woman. I do understand why I like that. It's a very mellow song. It's very laid back. So I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Again, she seems to, I seem to gravitate to, the music that that lends itself to more of the actual live instrumentation in his playing. So I think that's probably why I like that song so much. But anyway, the next song is Tu Fiesta Personal, your own personal party. All right, let's see what this is. So Tu Fiesta Personal seems to be a instrumental, but as you can see, as soon as it came on and I heard the drums, I already knew that I was going to hit like on that. Something about hearing the drums and the cowbell and stuff, it just makes your feet start tapping and your body start moving. So that would definitely be a thumbs up from me to add to our playlist, because sometimes you don't need the lyrics to the song. Sometimes you just need to hear the music itself, and it's enough to get you motivated to get up and get walking. And that, for me, that definitely does it for me. All right, so we are at 57 minutes, and I think we have time for maybe one or two songs. Actually, I'm going to shift to my, I have an actual playlist that is specific to my Zumba, which is where I have like all of the Spanish music and stuff that I like to listen to. I know we have a couple of people on here that maybe inclined to Spanish music, and I just want to give you guys an opportunity to hear some of that. Let me see. I'm just going to choose something. I don't even know what this sounds like. However, we're going to start with Colombiana, or we're going to end this feed with Colombiana. I hope and pray that it's one of the good songs. I think this is good. I think it's good. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, here's Colombiana. A lot of these songs I find, I labeled this new Zumba workout 2020, obviously, because I love going to Zumba, and I hear a lot of these songs because I go to those classes. So that's the reason I know some of these. But Colombiana, here we go.
¿Qué hubo pues mijo? ¿Cómo le fue con aquella princesita que le presenté? ¿Todo bien o qué? Contame.
Conocí una colombiana que me dio pancero. Yo ando con dos mujeres, buscaste tu amigo y ligamos un tercero. Conocí una colombiana que me dio pancero. Yo ando con dos mujeres, buscaste tu amigo y ligamos un tercero.
Conocí una colombiana.
All right, so that was Colombiana by Chimbala. And that was from my Spanish playlist. I'm seeing smiley face stars, so that must mean we like that one. That is definitely one of those songs that will make you want to get up and move. Even if you don't know the language, you still want to get up and move because you hear the music. So, all right. So that concludes our curation process for today. Sounds fun. Not sure if I can keep up. I know. So you might want to listen to that one at your own discretion, because it might be a little bit too fast to walk to. But if you're working out or something like that, it might be a good song selection to choose. But listen, that is the end of our curation process. I appreciate you guys once again for joining us for this day's live. This is the second live once again. If you are looking for someone to go out walking with, we at Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl and All of Us try to be what is happening? What was that? What did I just do? I hit a button on my screen, on my keyboard, and all of a sudden the screen came back. But if you're looking for somebody to walk with, we walk every single morning, 9 a.m. On TikTok. We do our TikTok live together. Welcome, pide un deseo. Is that make a wish? Does that mean make a wish? I think, right? I don't know. Thank you, Marilyn, for the summer sun. Marilyn has been killing these stickers and stuff. You guys might want to seek out her guidance if you're interested in leveling up in this gift game. And she's got it on lock, for real, for real. But thank you so much for all the gifts. Thank you all for joining us for this episode. And like I said, if you are interested in walking with us, we are available. If you need an accountability partner, we're just one button click away. Talked about that whole microwave mentality. Well, in this particular instance, the microwave mentality works in our favor because we are only a button click away. And if you want to walk with a community of people who are interested in your well-being, by all means, join us for that. Before our live ends, let me just remind you that if you would like to have some Be Positive merch, that's my company merch, or Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl and All of Us merch, or you want a custom tee or anything like that, make sure that you grab your healing and humor inspired tees at Bandy. That's B as in boy, ANDY box.store. That's my e-commerce site. These aren't just shirts, they're declarations. So if you need something to help remind you of what you're doing and why you're doing it, thank you so much to my producer for putting that web address in the chat. Also, if you're looking for web services, we have specials at my business's website. That's www.b as in boy, P as in Paul, OS as in Sam, Productions with an S.com. So bpauseproductions.com. If you need a student athlete one-page website, we have those for a limited time. But we are really trying to help those athletes that are rising to the ranks of the college athlete, and those that are graduating from college that need a one-page representation of the work that they've done to either capture the eye of a recruiter or an agent. We also have Google Business, a Google Business profile and 5-page basic website package that we're offering. So please don't think that a website is outside of your reach. It is not. We have very affordable prices with really great products and stuff. So please make sure you go out and see that. Just want you guys to know that you're not racing anymore. You're not racing anyone. We're rising. Just make sure that even though you may possess the ambition of the hare, make sure that you don't burn yourself out and that you adopt some of those principles of the tortoise, just being patient and just bearing in mind that this wellness journey is not about anybody else. It's about you and making sure that you are safe, you're healthy, and you're living as healthy a life as possible. So join us every morning around 9 a.m. ish on TikTok Live for A Mile in My Shoes. Meet us back here at 10:30 a.m. after the walk for the Talk After Our Walk. The replays of this will drop. If you missed this live, they drop every afternoon, 6:30 on YouTube. Don't forget to tag your Apple a Day moments with hashtag Apple Shamer if you want to take part in that. You can also do tag me in it, and then hashtag July Apple Challenge as well, so I'll know that you're participating. Shop at thebandybox.store. Subscribe to bpawsproductions.com. Don't forget about the student sites. Go to sports.bpawsproductions.com if you want that. And our affirmation for the day: my pace is perfect for my path. Slow doesn't mean stuck. It means I'm still going. And with that, you guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And then we are going to set something up so that we can go live out at Stone Mountain. We are going to set up a walk around the base of that per my neighbor Cynthia's suggestion. So that's coming up. Be on the lookout for that. So you never know, one of these mornings, probably next weekend, honestly, but one of these mornings, we're going to be out at Stone Mountain. So if you have ever had an interest in seeing what Stone Mountain, the actual park, looks like, make sure that you keep tuning in so that you can see that. But until next time, you all, please take great care. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Keep walking, keep pushing forward. Even if it's slow motion, it's still motion and you're still moving in the right direction. I believe in you guys. I know we can do this together. And until tomorrow, you guys take care. Ta-ta and bye.